here today for this amazing mind walk that we're about to embark on. I'm going to keep it short and sweet because we've got a long way to go, but I've been a very proud ambassador. I've been a very proud ambassador of Mind for several years now, and it is one of the partnerships that I love the most. My own experience with mental illness started 33 years ago when I gave birth to my son, Matty. Prior to that, I had had no issues with any kind of psychiatric illness, any kind of mental health problems. It started when I had a baby, which it does for many, many people. A lot of people who have severe postnatal depression go on to make a complete recovery, and it never darkens their door again. Unfortunately, some people like myself, it opens up a tendency to clinical depression / major depressive disorder, which I've lived with now for 33 years. I've been flying the flag for mental illness since then, and back in the day, in 1989, I was a lone voice. There was only 4 channels on the television or something. There was absolutely no social media, and had it not been for the support of my family and my then husband, I can honestly say I don't know if I would have been here, because there was no resources and no help. My GP, when my mum told her how ill I was and I was in a catatonic state, I could hardly speak, my GP leant forward and said, "Well, I had 5 children, dear, and I just didn't have time to get depressed." That was the issue that I was facing then. And the thing is, nowadays we have Google. So if you live in Coventry and you can't get access to your GP, you can of course Google mental health services in the area, and there will be hopefully a local Mind group or some community that will help you bridge the gap until you can seek medical help. But as we all know, although many advances have been made in the last 30 years, that mental health has always been the poor relation to physical health, and it always will be. Those of us who suffer from mental illness will know that it is the most crippling, debilitating and isolating condition that you can have, but it's also a condition that we have to constantly prove that we have. Not every physical illness is visible, but nobody would think of saying to someone who had cancer, who looked quite well, "Well, you've had this a long time now, you know, you really want to just pull yourself together and snap out of it, put on a pair of trainers and go for a walk." Nobody would dream of saying that to somebody with a physical illness that wasn't that apparent, but that's something that we deal with all of the time. My autobiography years ago was called Pulling Myself Together, because if I had a pound, and I'm sure I speak for many people here, if I had a pound for every time somebody has said that to us or to someone we love, we'd all be very, very wealthy. So this is why I am thrilled to be part of today and part of this community. All of us have been touched by mental health issues ourselves, or those with the people that we love. But we still need money and we still need funding. This money for Mind will be used across the whole sector. There is a side-by-side peer support group online that people can access to talk to people who are going through the same thing, because as we know, a problem shared is a problem halved. When you are in the middle of a depression, you don't want to talk to anybody, and I understand that. But when you're in a more lucid phase, talking is very, very, very important. I also have issues with